live.
Okay, then.
Yeah, we're working on this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the Weekly Chobo preseason special. This is the first time we're ever doing this within the Chobo Team League. This is just going to be a little weekly show where we try to just discuss what's going on and about with Chobo Team League. My name is CornMuscles. With me today is, my name's CornMuscles.
VisonKai.
Yeah, VisonKai is with me. I'm going to be your host. Vizon will be my co-host for the majority of these. And every week we're going to try to have some guests show up. And this week we have some of the admins joining us. One of. And that would be Bozz. Bozz, say hello.
Yeah, I'm Bozz. I'm an admin for the Chobo Team League. And my form name is John Bozz. I don't know where the other admins are, but I think some of them will be here.
Robo went to sleep. I was just playing some 2v2 cheese games with him. That's why I was a little bit off kilter this morning or afternoon, because him being in Europe and all, it's midnight for him. So in any case, again, my name's CornMuscles. I'm going to be your host. I've been around the CTL since season number 2, actually. Former admin, now going to be one of the casters. I'm just a little bit busier with my time. I recently moved across the country, kid on the way, all that kind of stuff. So just a little bit busier now. So I stepped down from being an admin. Vizon, what about you? How long have you been involved with CTO?
Right, well, I joined last season at the very beginning of season 5. And, it's been pretty great. So I'm looking forward to season 6. I basically have a whole bunch of free time, so I am pretty much the opposite of you right now.
Excellent. And Bozz, why don't you give us a little bit of... Well, I'm not going to ask Bozz to give us a little bit about himself because that's actually a topic we were going to discuss during the show. So,
All right, I'll just stay a mystery for now.
So you're a mystery, Bozz. And some people in the chat were asking, hey, what's going on with that random Hydralisk in the background? That Hydralisk is... being Vanna White for us, he's showing you what topic we're currently on. So it's an awesome Hydra. If anyone has a name for the Hydra, they can gladly give options. In any case, one of the big questions everyone has is what is the Chobo Team League? So Chobo Team League, it's an amateur team league. It's completely free. None of the admins get any money. None of the players get any money. There's no prize for winning. There's no... it's all bragging rights, but it's a lot of fun. As either of my two compatriots here can agree. You meet a lot of great people. You make good friends on your team, and you can also teams. I know there's certain teams that venture out into other games and play together in League or Dota or Hearthstone, and there's a lot of player-organized events. Vizon, I know you can tell us a little bit about the Hearthstone event that you were taking part in recently.
Right, so Meristematic, awesome as he is, has organized a couple of Hearthstone tournaments before. And there have been a lot of fun, especially during the off-season when there's not as much going on. It's pretty cool to stay occupied and keep it all fresh in your mind. So, yeah, that's been cool.
Yeah, in the off-season it's good to just relax because you get so into StarCraft 2 with what's going on in Chobo Team League. And there's also a bunch of other player-organized events, right, Bozz?
Yeah, so what happened recently was we had an all-kill tournament, which was run by a community member, Smithy, who's on Team Composite. That was really cool. It was a bunch of groups of teams, and they played an all-kill tournament format, similar to GSTL, which is something we haven't seen before in the Team League. And then other times, sometimes I organize it, and other people have in the past, but we do an all-star tournament, which is a single elimination tournament divided up by leagues, and anyone who wants to participate can. Again, it's all for bragging rights, though, but it's a lot of fun usually.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot more than just StarCraft in the Chobo Team League, though it is StarCraft and Blizzard centric at the moment. And really, what happens for the actual StarCraft portion, the actual tournament itself, the Chobo Team League, what it is it's a more of a pro league format, not an all kill where any player, diamond or under, can join in and can play. Masters, GMs, we welcome you guys too, but unfortunately you can't play. You would just be like a team coach or a helper on a team. So you guys are more than welcome to come along as well. And what we do is there's, I believe, 7 matches on a week this time around.
No, we have 9.
Oh, it's 9? So we have bronze, silver, 2 gold, 2 plats, and 2 diamonds?
No, right now we have 1 bronze silver match, so a bronze league player or a silver league player can play in that. Then there's 1 silver, 3 gold, 2 platinum, and 2 diamond. And one of the diamonds is an ace match where the 2 players will play a best of 3 tournament style.
Excellent. And then those the map scores are added up, and as well as your match wins and losses, and that's used to figure out seeding for a playoff. And in the playoff, everybody is it everyone going to be this year, or is it because we have an even number, or is it going to be top 4, top 6? Has that been decided yet? For
So
season 6?
What we decided is that half of the teams, does that work out? Half of the teams? I don't know. Some of the teams will have direct seeds past the first week, where all the other teams will have to play against each other to determine who gets to move on to the next round. So all 12 teams will get to play in the playoffs. However, it's not guaranteed they'll all get to play the same lane, of course.
So yeah, and that's more or less basically what Chobo Team League is all about. It's all about fun. It's all about playing some games with your teammates and just having a lot of fun and playing some StarCraft. So yeah. Other than that, we do have some changes for the upcoming season, and I know one of the big ones is the league placement rules. And if I go onto the website, let's see if I can find the new rule here for the league classification policy. Bozz, maybe you want to talk a little bit about that as one of the admins?
Yeah, so the league policy thread, it's posted in news and announcements. And so a problem we had last season in Season 5 was that a lot of people, and this just goes in tandem with Blizzard's really messed up ladder, which has recently been not fixed but changed slightly. And so a problem a lot of people had was, say they were playing in the gold match, they'd be playing someone who was like a 2-time diamond or like a 6-time platinum. And a lot of the people felt they were disadvantaged. Maybe if they won, they didn't feel that way. But a lot of the times that player would lose. And it happened in all the matchups except maybe diamond. And so we've revised the rule so that now your Blizzard League is equal to your Chobo Team League ranking. It used to be if I played in, say, silver matches and I got promoted to gold, I could play silver matches all of that season. And the same thing with all the other leagues. And so now that we have it changed, it should be better, but we still have to see how it works out. I can go into some of the more intricate details, too, of the rule if you'd like.
If you want to.
I
know one of the basic rules was is that you have to have 20 matches in your in your ladder league this season, which before we haven't always held. The CTL hasn't always held true to that 20 match window. We've had some players who have just kind of gone by their match history and what was maybe some of the thought process behind the 20 matches.
Yeah, so you're right. We've kind of had this hand-wavy 20-match requirement in the past, but this season we've actually been enforcing it. Like there are actually still a number of applications which have not been processed through the Chobo Team League because they haven't played their 20 ladder matches. And the idea is that through playing your 20 ladder matches, your MMR hits a point that's somewhat roughly equal to your win rate or to your actual skill. That way, like, your league is a bit more accurate. And this is just going further to make sure that in the league matches in the Chobo Team League, we can make sure that the people are roughly the same skill level, and so they always have some chance of winning.
Yeah, and Vizon, you being a bit newer to the Chobo Team League, what did you think of the league policy last year? Like, did you find it was a little bit unfair sometimes playing somebody who was a higher league than you really should have been, or?
Yeah. So last season I played most of the bronze matches for Composite. almost all of them actually. And I was in silver, but I was still able to play bronze because that was, what I was initially, and I almost made it to gold actually. And I felt that I was playing, either people who were in gold, and that wasn't cool, and then there was also people who were genuinely in bronze, though this is still a bronze-silver match. But basically, there was so much skill discrepancy in all of the matchups because there was no heavily enforced league rule that you can often feel like the game wasn't actually all that much fun because it was such a stomp really for some games.
Yeah, and one of the other things we really should mention is that this being an amateur league and this being a low level, a low level league, we're playing with bronze, silver, gold, platinums, and diamonds. And in those leagues, there's just such a discrepancy. And with the MMR, it's not like we're all masters, we're all grandmasters players where, you're supposed to be best of the best, pro level tournament style where everyone's per se on an even skill plateau, if you want to put it that way. Whereas we're all just playing, we're all playing for fun, but we want to. The CTL tries to have everybody be as similar and fairly distributed as possible, and it's always really hard. And for instance, there's always the chance of Smurfs. We had a big issue with that last season. There's always the issue of people feeling like, if a low diamond is playing a high diamond, they might be thinking that the person's really should be a masters. And we have a couple really good. We have a couple really really good diamonds in our league. Vito from Team UR, Bozz. Don't blush or anything, but back when you were still an official player as well as an admin, you're right on the top end of diamond. I know.
Well, thank you.
I know Spiderhawk when he was playing real seriously. I know he's gotten a little bit into League and Hearthstone a little bit much lately, but he was a top end diamond. Who is that? Who was the Terran diamond player?
Pro Killer?
Pro Killer, yeah, he was another good one. But I was thinking the one who always played the turtle mech style.
Oh, Excessive Degen?
Excessive Degen. Oh,
Yeah.
he was really good. He played this turtle defensive mech style that just
Basically a Villo.
you could tell people hated playing him because they're just like, how do I break through? And really, when I was casting his games, the people that beat him were always the ones who went uber aggressive early, the Spiderhawks and whatnot. As we're getting into Metalcore, yeah, Metalcore is a good player. Metalcore is a real good player. I haven't casted many of his games, but I've seen some of the casts, and he's really good. So we have a lot of really good diamonds, but I don't want to say anything. I want to, we have a lot of good bronze and silver players too, because if you think about it, if you're a bronze player and you're signing up for the CTL, you're not going to be bronze the entire season. You're almost
No, that's very rare.
It's very rare where someone will stay bronze the entire season, because most of the time they're being helped out by their teammates, and they're being helped out by just playing, and you play with a new sense of urgency. I started out myself in season 2 in the Chobo Team League. I was a silver random player. I'll admit I'm known for being ridiculously cheesy.
maybe just a little, yeah.
If my games last more than 10 minutes, something went wrong. But I ended up, I made it all the way up to platinum as a ridiculously cheesy random player, and I was proud of myself. I've fallen off. I've started playing too many other games. I need to 1v1 and grind out some games to get back to being good. So if anyone wants to coach me, just send me a PM on the Chobo Team League website, and
sorry, but I did want to ask for a small clarification from Bozz that I don't know if you're going to mention this or not, but it felt like we were moving on, and so I wanted to clear this up for anybody who might be wondering.
No,
we
still have another change for the upcoming season to discuss. We're just having some fun.
Oh, okay. Well, I was talking about the league policy. there's on this it says in the bronze silver match, participants who have ever reached Gold League are barred from participation. Does that include Wings of Liberty Gold League placements, or is it only Heart of the Swarm?
That is a good question. That's something we talked about. We're gonna probably keep that to Heart of the Swarm, and I'll say that defiantly. And we're gonna stick by that because the same thing can be asked about the other part of the league policy.
See, Mike,
that says if you were ranked 2 leagues or more higher within the last 3 seasons, then your league classification is 1 league or lower. We're keeping this all to Heart of the Swarm, but it's still we might change it next season, who knows, but we're going to stick with it for now.
so one of the other things that I was thinking, my assumption was we were only going to be using the last 3 leagues because that's what Rule 2B says, or Part 2B, that if you were the ranked 2 leagues or more higher within the last 3 seasons, you can only play 1 league lower than that high finish. So sadly, me being promoted or placed into bronze this season, I left my league because I was really embarrassed. I would actually be stuck playing in the gold league because I was plat 2 seasons ago. So, boo.
I'm sorry.
we did have another league policy changed, and I know that I was an admin last season, and I know I think I was actually the one who started this 2 seasons ago when I was an admin 2 seasons ago with trying to change the way the Chobo Team League gets replays, and I moved it onto Google Drive so that we wouldn't need to email them because that was an extra step. And I thought it'd be a lot easier for like casters, community casters, official casters to get the replays by being able to go to Google Drive. And I know that we changed it again this season. And this season, if I remember correctly, we actually have a penalty involved with replay acquisitions if we don't get replays from games that were casted. So could you tell us a little bit about that, Bozz? And as you're doing that, I'm going to try to get one of the other admins on here because I see a couple of them chatting.
Okay, yeah. So replay acquisition is something that's very important to the league. Granted, we trust everyone in the league. Everyone's pretty nice. And so, like, if they don't send in replays, but the 2 teams send in results and they say the same thing, that's generally okay. However, a lot of the people in the league really like to have their matches cast. I love having my matches cast. Like, you've cast my matches, CornMuscles, and I love watching those VODs too. And so the problem we had last season was a lot of people weren't submitting their matches, the match replays, so we couldn't have casts. And a lot of people would get mad that their matches weren't getting cast, but we didn't have the replays, so it couldn't happen. So now we're going to impose a system where both the winning teams and the losing teams must submit replays. The captains must submit links to GG Tracker or drop.sc so we can verify those replays. And each team will be given a percentage. This percentage will be based off how many replays submitted over how many replays possible. So in a week, there are 9 matches. However, one of the matches is a best of 3. And so the lowest number of replays you could have in a week is 10. So your team submits 10 out of 10 replays. That's wholly for you. And like they do that the whole season. No penalty. 95 to 100% bracket, you will see no penalty. However, moving down from 95 to 90 in increments of 5 below that, you'll start receiving -2, -4, and -6 map score. And then the lowest you can go to is -7, which is essentially a whole week of maps you just lost. Yeah. And so with this penalty system, when it comes time for playoffs, this will affect your map score, which could potentially impact your placement in the seeding. So you might not get a bye when your team actually deserved one.
Now, I know last season that map score was almost like a tiebreaker. It went match wins and then it went into map score. So to me, it doesn't seem like it's too harsh of a penalty if you are still winning your matches and winning your games. Right. You're not going to be dropping too much in a percentage. It's just if there's a slog in the middle like there was last season. I know we had a bunch of 4-3, 3-4 teams last season. And that really could drop you. And I believe I got another admin in the call. I think LV picked up. While
LVM?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so he did. He very much did. So were there any... I'm trying to think if there was any other big changes to the league. this season in the way of rules, but I can't think of any other than those two.
Should we do the? Isn't there an expanded captain duties this season? Should we mention that?
We can. I mean, that only affects 12 people.
Yeah.
But,
It's mostly just the new captain rules are mostly just enforcing the actual league policies within your teams, and making sure that your replays get in on time.
So
All of your teams.
yeah, replays are and one of the things we can talk about. We have a couple other topics for changes in the upcoming season that we can discuss. There's really only two more that I wanted to discuss, and Vizon, if you have any others besides these two, feel free to chime in. And the two big ones for me are let's talk a little bit about the new teams and teams that have gone away, and that's LV on his mechanical keyboard, if you're wondering.
I'm sorry, folks. That's my bad.
And the other thing is I want to talk about casters and how we're going to be doing casters this year. So let's talk a little bit about the teams. We only have 2 of the teams from season 1 still in CTL. We have Guns N' Roaches and Team Unrivaled. And
Team Unrivaled is actually not from season 1.
That's right. They're season 2. Guns
Yep.
N' Roaches is the last season 1 holdover team. They're captained by Ninkazi this year. So what do you guys think about Guns N' Roaches and them coming on? Not them being the last season 1. Let's just do that. Let's real quick. We'll go through all the. We'll talk about the teams in a second. We'll go through the teams after. We'll interrupt this and we'll go back to that. LV, since you're new here to the call at least, let's. Can you tell us a little bit about the new way we're handling casters this season, and maybe a little bit about why we decided to go that way?
Yeah, sure. So essentially this season we're going to have 2 different types of casters. We're going to have official CTL casters and then what we're going to term community casters. And so essentially the official CTL casters are people that we make official, I guess. The admins tag them as official because they're the most consistent and well-trusted casters that we have. They're known, they've been around for a while, they've shown that they're trustworthy and good casters. So we give them both first picks.
Can I interrupt you? Can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure. Go ahead.
I just had to give a shout out right now. And this is something I should have said in the What is the Chobo Team League. I saw a name in the chat room in Twitch, Descendi, and that made me think that I completely ignored this point during the What is the Chobo Team League, and I just want to give
it is him.
I just want to give a huge shout out to Descendi, Howlin, Wing Zero, Rain Sun Showers. I'm missing somebody. These are the guys that actually started the Chobo Team League.
Emo McHipster.
Emo McHipster. These are guys that were in their season 1. Chobo Team League was run completely from TeamLiquid.net forums. Then they went ahead and they made this the ChoboTeamLeague.engine.com site, and we've grown from there. So everybody in the chat, give some love to Descendi. Thank him and those other folks for helping out and getting this great league together. Much props to them. Tremendous. Without them, none of us would be here. None of us would have ever met. None of us would have ever been doing this. So thank you all very much, and we hope we are doing you all proud within the league. And I'm sure all 3.
Yeah, Yaki makes a good point. Wing Zero as well. Wing Zero, very good admin in his own right, taking over.
Well,
in
don't forget
season
yourself, Corn. You were an admin last season, the season
3. Yes,
before.
indeed.
I don't want to toot my own horn too much.
So-
So with that being said, sorry to interrupt Wing. Sorry to interrupt LV. LVMatterhorn, by the way, we all call him LV or LVM. So you know. So yeah, go ahead, continue on. I'm sorry about that.
All right, so where were we? I think we were talking about the difference between official and community casters. So official are the ones that we trust. We know that they're going to be consistent and do what they're asked of and actually cast the games that they say that they're going to cast. So we have a Google Drive or a Google spreadsheet this season where casters are going to claim the games that they want to cast each week, and the official casters will have first pick. Whereas the community casters, which are anyone else that wants to cast, we're absolutely no prejudice. If you want to cast, we will let you cast. You just tell us, and you go into the spreadsheet, and you choose what games you want to that are left. And so that's how we're going to do casting. And hopefully, this makes it to where we're going to have a lot more games get done.
Now,
So we will, at the very least, we'll have, 3 official casters that should be doing at least 1 match a week. So we'll have at least 3 matches a week get casted so far.
we have
At the very least.
We have 3 official casters to start this season. We have myself, CornMuscles. I'm going to be back in the ring casting this season. I know a lot of people commented that they missed my casting last season, so I thought I'd give it another go. We have Seeker, formerly of Team FXO, formerly of Clarity Gaming. Maybe he's still with I can't remember if Clarity fully
He's
is
still with Clarity.
He's currently the manager.
the manager of Clarity. And
Yeah, Clarity just went more into pro esports.
Yes.
That's why they dropped the community team.
So we have Ravi, who is also known as Fear Dragon, who's going to be doing some casting for us, and I believe he's doing some casting for the Deimos Esports Team League tournament that just started, along with Tempo and Nanman are helping out casting there too. So that's going to be some awesome casting. I hope maybe me and him can do a co-cast one day. That'd be pretty cool for me. So that'd be awesome. But yeah, is the admin team asking people not to cast games that have already been cast, or is it kind of, if you want to cast a match, even if one of the official casters has already done it?
I don't think we really have policy on that at this point, but I personally don't have a problem if you want to pick up a match that's already been casted and cast it over.
Yeah, I think we feel like the more matches that get cast, even if they're the same match, the better.
And then I guess I should say with the community casters are probably going to be casting on their own channel, and I would assume the official casters, we're going to try to have them cast on the Chobo Team League channel.
That is correct. Yep. And that is one of our big steps forward, I think, this season's
Trying to really
official Chobo Team League.
push our. So now let's really quickly. I'm gonna put everybody on the spot here. I'm gonna go through the team rosters one at a time, real quick, and I'm gonna change, and I'm gonna pick somebody at random, and that's going to be the person who's going to give us their thoughts on that team. And I'll start with Guns N' Roaches, captained by Ninkazi. Again, as we said, the only Season 1 team. They've shown a lot of good placements. I think they took 3rd and 2nd in different seasons. They're a very good, strong, solid team. I think they've had a little bit of forfeit issues, but they've had a lot of turnover. But Ninkazi, good captain, and I think they're going to be a strong team this year. Vizon, tell us about Team Composite.
Team Composite. Oh yes, okay. We're going through them. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Team Composite is captained by Spiderhawk. Obviously, we're pretty awesome. But even though we didn't do maybe so well last season, I think we're all pretty well motivated to move forward this season and try and do a little bit better. And not only is the StarCraft team, but also the team is pretty well bonded together from all the other games that we play. So I think that's also a really cool thing about Team Composite, is how, even though it is a StarCraft team, it's also just a general gaming group in a sense.
Yeah. All right, captained by Vital, Team Unrivaled. We're going to go with Bozz on this one.
Oh, okay. So Team Unrivaled, like we said, they were started in Season 2. So it's been almost a whole year or 2 years almost, since Team Unrivaled was founded. Currently, their captain is Vital. They just recently changed captains from Don Jimbo, who has 2 championships or 2 first-place finishes under his belt. 3. Wing Zero, Wing Zero, the former admin, he was also captain the first season Team Unrivaled was together. And so in terms of players, Bronze and silver, they should be pretty good. I've seen some of their silver players playing, and they're looking strong. Recent Team Arrival used to be mostly Zerg favored, but since then they've lost a lot of Zerg players, so that's kind of a weakness, but also a strength because Protoss is so strong.
All right.
And
excellent.
overall, I think they'll do well. Yeah.
Real quick, we're going to go through everybody. Will Unrivaled have a 5P? I'm going to say no. Bozz, what about you?
No, CT6.
LV.
No, because I hope one of the other 11 teams will do it.
Vizon.
I'm just going to be contrarian and say yes, they're a really strong team, and I felt they were almost to a degree, they felt like almost unbeatable last season. So I think they'll keep that up this season.
LV, let's talk a little bit about CTL Team 6, captained by Ray.
CTL Team 6 is a really strong team. I know they're probably the most European team in the league at the moment. They have an absolutely gigantic roster. And I know that both Ray and Vespasian are both really, really good folks who care a lot about their team, and they do a lot to help it on their, help them keep their edge and stay active with like random peep modes constantly going on all the time. I think they're going far this season. They definitely look very strong to me. So.
Bozz, we're going back to you, captained by Metalcore. This is Lucky 13.
Oh, I love Lucky 13. I like Lucky 13 because they were founded last season, and Metalcore is super cool. He has a really cool stream where he goes mech Terran against every race, which is, well, against the first two, Terran and Zerg, that's okay, but against Protoss, it's pretty crazy. Lucky 13's lineup, they have a lot of strong players. I saw them play, saw a lot of their games last season, Hitcast, and they're always looking strong. They didn't have the best finish, but I know they've recruited a lot of new players in the offseason, so I think they have very good prospects for the season.
All right, next up will be me. I'll take this one. Captained by Yaki, it is Stradic. And sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. This is formerly known as the Clarity Gaming Community Team, a really strong newcomer last season. Logo changed a little bit, still a badass team. They're incredibly organized and always strong games, players from top to bottom. So as LV starts typing more again.
That was 2 seasons ago. They're newcomers from 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago? I thought they were 1 season ago. Oh, are they 2 seasons? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I think it's 2, but...
But
Yeah,
very,
they've been in the league for 2 seasons now.
a very strong team, strong from top to bottom. You know, they don't really, to me, they never had that one person that came out and you were just like, holy shit, they're great. But everybody on the team could threaten you to win every game. So, and now let's talk about, we're going to skip down a little bit here and we're going to jump to captained by Cyber Wizard, Outset Gaming. We're going to go back to Vizon for this one.
All right, so Outset is, like you just said, captained by Cyber Wizard. They're, 2 seasons old, I think, right?
Yeah, they should be now.
So, really large roster, especially their diamond roster is pretty big. They have 6 diamonds. Pretty strong team. I'm sure they're going to be a big contender this season, definitely.
All right, and now we're gonna make LV and Bozz do the last 4 because I know nothing about these teams. But captained by Pantyhen, it is Vortex Esports and LV. What about these guys? These are the 4 new teams we're going to this now.
So I think it's Hantypen, first of all.
It's a P on the website, so that's what I'm going.
Crap.
All right. Whatever.
Bozz,
Right.
crap.
I honestly don't know that much about these teams because, like you said,
Yeah, it looks
they're
like it's Hantypen. You're right.
Yeah, it's Hantypen. It's like brand spanking new teams, new rosters, new everything. So I know that I believe did you say that Fox is a part of Vortex or is it Alloy? I can't remember.
No.
It's
I
one
think
of those.
Fox is supposed to be a part of Alloy Esports.
Alloy.
And
Okay. See,
I know Vortex is
that's
very
how
European.
little I know about these teams that are coming into the league right now. It's like, so until I see some of their players actually play a couple of matches, I really don't know what to say.
All right, Bozz, how about what can you tell us about All Inspiration and captained by Nexlux?
I can tell you Nexlux is a very pleasant gentleman. I like sending emails with him. He's very quick and punctual, but I don't really know anything about their team. I know they have a lot of players, like more than most of the other new teams, but aside from that, I have no idea. They have a cool name, so
Yeah,
names are worth anything.
I like their logo.
Oh, yeah, it's
Their
really
logo
sick.
reminds me of Vespasian. LV, back to you, captained by Kaboosh, Team Rival Gaming.
So I know that Rival Gaming as well as Alloy, but we'll get to them in a minute. I once again don't know that much about them, but I know that we filled a lot of their roster in with newer players that came in as free agents. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that perhaps they will have a rough time in their first season in the CTL playing against established teams, but they may surprise me with some very skilled players that they're bringing in themselves. Again, I don't know because I've never seen these players play. But those are just my initial thoughts.
And
Oh,
Bozz, captained by TBD number.
Oh,
Alloy Esports. Alloy Esports.
yeah, so the captain of Alloy Esports, I still don't even know who it is for certain. But Alloy Esports is actually it's like a lower tier professional team. And so I knew they put out like something on Screddit trying to recruit players, and Shockfox of Team Unrivaled. I know he's on Alloy, but I don't really know anything about them. We filled their roster with a lot of free agents, so I don't know too much about them. But there is another team. They're just not on this yet because they don't have Team Graphic.
Oh,
And
who's that?
the Bear Sloths.
Bear Sloths.
Bear
That is
Sloths.
an amazing name.
Yeah, they have a good future.
Oh, Kaboosh is in the chat room, and he is saying, we're going to surprise the hell out of you. We want you to. LV.
I hope you do, man.
They're the only team that can challenge Unrivaled because they're team rival.
That's true.
Oh,
You have
that's
an
true.
automatic advantage.
LV versus Kaboosh show match. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. LV, if Kaboosh challenged you to a best of 5 show match, would you?
I will take it. I will do whatever.
Kaboosh, you heard it here. Let's make it happen. LV was insulting you guys. It'd be funny if Kaboosh is a former GM and
Probably is, and I'm really, really out of practice.
Yeah.
Team
I
admin fighting.
desperately want to see LVM lose this. So
All
please,
right,
Kaboosh,
all
help
right.
me out.
Yeah, that's enough with the changes for upcoming season. Bob the Hydralist wants to move on to the next topic of meet some of the admins. So, Bozz, we're going to give you 30 seconds to say whatever you want, and I'm going to stop you. Then we're going to give LV 30 seconds, and then me and Vizon are just going to ask you whatever the hell we want for a couple minutes, and you guys have to answer.
All right.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So, Bozz, your 30 seconds starts now.
All right. So I'm Bozz. I'm John Bozz on the forums. I've been in the Chobo Team League since Season 2. I was a player then, and I was asked to be captain of Unrivaled, but I had to go back to high school, so I didn't. And then I took Season 3 off. I came back towards the end of Season 4 to help Unrivaled. I spent Season 5 as an admin and playing with Team Unrivaled a bit. And now I'm just an admin because I left Team Unrivaled to join Team Admins, founded by the Season 1 admins.
And your 30 seconds is up. Wow, that was like, were you watching a clock or something? My goodness. All right, LV, your 30 seconds will start now.
Alright, so once again, I am LVMatterhorn. People call me LVM for short. You may see me as Dalek Khan on other games. That is another name that I use a lot. I love Hearthstone and Dota 2. Can't help it. StarCraft 2 used to be my love, but I have since found others. And I've been a player in this league since Season 2. I was on Team Castle back in the day before they were trash. And I hate to say that, but it's true. And have been an
my
admin
God.
since Season 4. I love the league. I do what I can for
no,
it.
you're done.
Darn.
30
darn.
seconds is up.
30 seconds are up.
You know what? Since this is the first show, we probably should do a meet the host. So, Vizon, your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, I used to play Brood War a lot. I think I've probably put in 10,000 hours into that game. I play a ton of Brood War. And then I hurt my wrists really badly. I have been kind of stuck not playing a lot of StarCraft recently because of that. But, the start of last season, I got back in, and the CTL has really helped me out with that a lot. So, it's been giving me a great StarCraft experience, and with other games too. So I'm really grateful for that. And they hope that's 30 seconds.
No, you still got 4, 3, 2, 1. Now your 30's up.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go. And I guess my 30 seconds starts now. My name is CornMuscles. I've been in Chobo Team League since Season 2. I started off as a player with Team Composite, then I became an admin. Season 3 and 4, I did a lot of casting for the CTL, so I was pretty active there and became I guess you could call me like a big community figure within the CTL. Not trying to toot my own horn, but and now I'm just trying to help out wherever I can, but expecting a first kid and just moved across the country, so I don't have as much time to be an admin anymore. And 30 seconds.
That's 36. Yep.
So all right, we're gonna take a couple minutes here, and we're just going to ping the admins to try to get into their minds. So me being me, obviously, my first question is going to be, what's your favorite cheese, Bozz?
My favorite cheese is you go 10 pull, and so after you go 10 pull, you do double extractor trick, and then you scout with one of those drones. It's in ZVZ only, and then you do spine crawler rush, and then you pull all your drones except 3.
LV?
Again, I'm a Zerg player. There's not very many good Zerg cheeses. I guess Proxy Hatch.
No one said you have to pick Zerg cheese.
You shush. I can't do any other cheese. It's very hard for me, okay?
Vizon, your turn for a question.
Okay, do you watch professional StarCraft, and if so, who is your favorite player? Bozz.
Yeah, I watch a lot of pro StarCraft, because that's how I try to improve. My favorite streamer is probably Suppy, because people think I look like him when I have my haircut short, but I don't right now. It's actually long.
You look better with it long.
Thank you.
And LVM?
I do watch quite a bit of pro StarCraft, but I would have to say my favorite streamer is Jers LOL. He streams quite a bit on Twitch. He doesn't usually get that many viewers, like 40 to 50, but he's a really good EU GM Zerg that just happens to be streaming when I'm watching. So I think he has really good mechanics, and it's really educational.
I know there's a little bit of a delay on Twitch, so this is coming out a little bit late, but one of our chatters is saying their favorite cheese is Protoss.
Good cheese.
Oh,
I just find that so amusing.
It has like a 60% win rate.
How about casters? Who's your favorite caster, and who's your favorite caster combination? LV?
I mean, I guess my favorite caster is Apollo. It's a pretty standard answer. And I honestly don't know my favorite casting combo. I'm usually not a big fan of casting combos. I like solo casts a lot, to be frank. So.
What about you, Bozz?
Not necessarily. I don't really have a favorite caster, but a caster I really like is Cat's Pajamas or Kevin Naki. A lot of people don't remember him, but he used to be involved with the IGN Pro League, and he's since works for Blizzard now.
He had a good voice. Yep. His voice.
Yeah, I really like him.
His voice didn't piss you off.
His content in the WCS has been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so my favorite casting duo would have to be...
Probably Nock and Doa?
No, actually, it has to be Apollo and Kalaris over at WCS Europe. They're just so professional.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, so those are my casting preferences.
Nice.
Okay. My turn?
Yes, Vizon, this is where you ask a question.
Okay. So what is your favorite matchup to play, and then your favorite matchup to watch, Bozz?
My favorite matchup to play would have to be Zerg versus Terran, because ZVZ is a crapshoot, and ZVP, you either win well, like 30% of the time, or you just get crushed 70% of the time. My favorite matchup to watch is also Zerg versus Terran, because I feel like when you watch that matchup, like in pro matches, it's the one with the most finesse, it's the one with the most skill involved, and it's the one that gets the crowds excited the most.
I would have to completely and totally agree with both of those. ZVT, for both of mine, is by far the most fun matchup to play, I think, as a Zerg. ZPZ is miserable after the 12-minute mark because Meta Wars suck, and CVP is pretty miserable in itself because, like you said, you either crush face or you get crushed a lot. So.
All right, so I just typed into the chat to start sending some questions for Q&A, but one final question for the admins. If you had to play a 2v2, which of the other admins would you pick, and why? Bozz, we'll let you answer first because you've answered all of them.
Okay. Well, there's me, LV, Anti, Robo, and Maris. I think I'd choose Maris because he's always had this really baller picture of a raven as his profile picture. And so I've always thought as Zerg, if I just had Ravens, I could win every match. So if Maris just built Ravens and then I just played regular Zerg, we'd never lose. I'm certain.
There you go. LV, what about you?
I'm just gonna go with Bozz because of the Zerg synergy.
And no one's really.
To fill some more time, I do have one question specifically for LVM. And which one of us is going to win the race to rank 10 in Hearthstone, and why is it going to be me?
Oh, well, you're completely wrong, because it's going to be me. Absolutely. Once again. 2-time champion coming. Even though I cap out at, like, 9, so...
So, yeah. Does
Okay, this is...
anybody in chat have any questions for anybody? Just come on, shoot them out. We'll, while we're going on, Bozz, LV, anything you want to say in general?
I hope Season 6 is good.
I do hope Season 6 is a success. Really do. Wait, race to rank 10 is a challenge?
Yes,
For Kira
yes, it
Muta, who
is.
just said that in chat, it's rank 10 in Hearthstone, not in StarCraft. Get it right.
Well, rank 10 GM, if you guys were racing there, that might be a challenge.
It would be a challenge.
It would
That would
a
be quite the challenge.
It'd be like...
Too bad I would have to cheat.
Who, Alright, this one I guess is for the admins. Yaki is asking, when is the start date of the league this year? I assume Season 6.
Well, what's the official ruling on that, LV?
Okay, so I believe at this point the draft is this weekend, and we're getting that finished up tomorrow. And then preseason will start this Monday. And we'll go through a week where everyone gets to know their teams, because obviously several of the teams just got a lot of new players. And then we will start week 1 tentatively. I know this is for saying it. It'll be the Monday after. So not this coming week, but the week after.
Chobo Team League soon, not Blizzard soon.
Yes, Chobo Team League soon. Soon, trademark.
We had a question for everybody. Is Smithy awesome? Yes or no? We'll just go around the room here. I'm going to say no. Vizon?
No.
Bozz?
I'm gonna say no.
LV?
What was the question?
Is Smithy
Smithy
awesome?
Is Smithy awesome? No.
All right.
Because it didn't die.
Oh, that's great. We'll save that for a different show to explain that one. We have a question from Kaboosh. We have, do you guys have any potential ideas to expand the CTL in future seasons? My personal thing on that is yes. I would love to see Chobo Team League continue to expand. I would love to have Chobo Team League get a website designer who would love to make a more customized website. You know, have automatic replay uploading where that would, you know, show who won a game and all that kind of stuff. To me, that would be incredible. We actually have Chobo Team League. One of the former admins was gracious enough to buy choboteamleague.com, so we do actually have our own website. Right now, it just redirects to the engine site. What about you guys? Do you want CTL to expand even more than it already has?
So I think obviously we want the league to expand, of course.
As much as we can. If it stays where it's at right now, though, I'm completely fine with that too.
I am as
really
well.
like where
I
it
think that
is.
we've gotten the league back to status quo of where it was, like pre-season 2, where we had 12 teams as well. We had a lot of people in it. There was a lot of activity.
Yeah,
and it kind of died down a little bit after that, and we've kind of rebuilt it back to where it was. And I personally am very proud about that. So
thinking about it, I think one of the things that might really help, and me being one of the officials who do some looking into this, is if we could get our stream onto Team Liquid, I think that would help a lot.
I think we can. Or the Chobo Team League Team Liquid account's been an account for well over 10 days, so I think we can get that.
Let's see. We have another question. Have you considered adding a separate Masters GM to CTL?
No,
I don't think we've
I'll just
ever-
be perfectly honest about that. No.
We've never even mentioned it. I think if we added a Masters or Grandmasters, it would undermine the name of the league, the Chobo Team League.
Yeah. I think we've considered adding Masters to it before, but it was pretty much a resounding no from all admins on the matter. So
Yeah, we could have the Gosu Team League, but we just be like like the Demos League, and I believe Clarity might be doing a league too. So.
All right. Well.
yeah, being bronze and diamond, I think, is what makes the Chobo Team League special. So it makes us unique.
Yeah.
And it looks like that's about all the questions we have, and we're actually just over an hour right now of the stream having been live. So it's about, the show has been planned to be about an hour. We actually have about 9 minutes left until the official show hits an hour, because we had 10 minutes of dead air in the beginning. So now, since there's no real questions, let's just we'll go around the room here. Any final thoughts on the CTL's upcoming season 6, and
Look up,
hold
Yaki
on.
has another
Yeah.
question.
after my big spiel, type
Sorry. Yaki, type faster.
yeah, type faster. My
waiting.
mama types faster than you.
I've seen Yaki stream too. I know we can type fast.
9 minutes of singing. I will tell you what, Jordan, I will make this promise to you. If the Weekly Chobo ever has 100 concurrent viewers, at the end of the show, I will sing a song.
Yes.
That's doable.
Oh God, Yaki. Too soon.
Oh gosh. Oh dude.
Too soon.
Yaki, you're banned.
Oh gosh.
For those of you in the chat room wondering, Team Kessel, unfortunately, no longer a team. They were disbanded because it was proved that they had a GM Smurf helping them win the finals, because people are dumb and they don't understand that bragging rights tournaments, they're all about fun and they're all about community. And I mean, you see so many times. Earlier today, myself, Robo Boogie, Maristematic, and Vital. So you had a GNR, a UR, and 2 people from Comp playing 4v4s together and just having a lot of fun. So, Kaboosh, I've been in a cappella groups, I've been in choirs. I won't say I have the best singing voice, but it's not punishment. It'd be you can deal with it.
Also,
Nita
you
wants
sing as
to know
well.
why there was no drama talk.
Yeah,
Oh.
we try not to get involved with the drama. We try to have fun. Weekly Chobo is going to try to be fun. So that's it. Let's wrap it up here. We're going to go around the room. Everybody can say what they want about the Weekly Chobo, CTL, upcoming season 6, and yeah. So LV, since you were the last one to join the call, we can start with you this time.
Well, obviously, there's a Hearthstone challenge between me and VisonKai that I'm going to win pretty soon. I don't really know what else to talk about other than I really am looking forward to the new Season 6 of CTL. It's always really fun to watch the league progress. I always enjoy watching all the casts, as many as that I actually can watch. I love to watch the VODs of the ones that are there. And I love to just see the competition. We bring a lot of people together, and it's fun, and it's not a kind of competition that you usually see on StarCraft streams. We have a lot of people that are very close in skill, although not particularly in the highest bracket of skills, so it makes for fun times, it makes for good games, it makes for interesting StarCraft, which I think is sometimes a bit lacking these days. So.
Bozz, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon. I really want to see Season 6 be a great success for the Chobo Team League. I think we've set ourselves up for it to be pretty good. Yeah, I'm certain it'll be a good season. We just have to make sure, things get done, teams are showing up with their players and everything. But the Chobo Team League, it's really improved a lot in the past half year, really. Because, 6 months ago in Season 3, the Chobo Team League had gone down to less than half the teams it has currently. And in just a short amount of time, we've already doubled, which is, really significant, considering, the Chobo Team League itself isn't too well known. And, it's just a community-driven league. But I feel like everyone who participates in it All right, maybe not everyone, but like 90% of people will have a great time in it, and the other 10% have a good time.
All right, we did have one other question, and since we haven't hung up, let's talk. Vizon, unfortunately, you're ignored in this question.
Oh man.
We have a question for LV Bozz. For being involved with the CTL for so long, what was your favorite moment in the league? And I'll do mine last because mine's egotistical. LV, go ahead.
And as I've already typed in chat, winning the ace match at the finals in season 2 was really, really fun for me.
Bozz?
Second,
You got cut off.
I know,
he finished.
sliced off.
What more do you have to say than winning the ace match in season 2?
For shame. Move on.
Winning the Chobo Team League All-Star Tournament, the one we had in December. Because last time I got crushed by Fox, but this time I think I crushed him 4-2.
And mine was a game I won, my first game I played in season 4, when I did the proxy factory into in-base factory reactor into Widowmine Rush against poor Protoss who didn't know I was a cheese guy, and just
I remember that game.
that was hilarious. Before we let you two go, Weekly Chobo, any hopes for this show going forward?
It'll get more viewers, I'm certain of it.
We're actually at 23 right now.
Yeah, I think we did pretty well right now.
That's pretty,
for a preseason show.
That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. Many props to you guys
happy.
watching. Well, really, I'll say it's 19 because we'll say 18 because the 4 of us are probably on, and Chobo Team League, OBS is taking up a viewer.
Okay.
But still, that's
still a lot of people.
That's pretty badass. We're probably on like the second page of Twitch for StarCraft 2 right now. It's kind of badass. Well, thank you LV, and thank you Bozz for showing up and chatting with us on the Weekly Chobo today.
Thank you for having me.
Vizon, do you wanna any parting thoughts before we call this?
Yeah, I just want to say I think this whole show is a really great initiative, and I want to say, really good idea, Corn, and I hope that we can, continue to make all these episodes awesome, because I think this one was pretty awesome. Though maybe that was just Bozz and LVM being cool. But, so I hope we can keep the viewership up, keep all the episodes up, and it'll be good going forward.
So, yeah.
I don't wear your shoes tomorrow.
What the heck was that? Did somebody just ask where their shoes were?
That was on my end. Sorry.
Were you asking Mom where your shoes were?
No.
That's what it sounded like. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, my name is CornMuscles. I've been the host for the Weekly Chobo. Do us a favor, follow the Chobo Team League Twitch. Yeah, check out the show. The show is going to be regularly scheduled for Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This was a preseason special, so that's why it was on Saturday. Enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow if you're down with that. I know I'll be, unfortunately, rooting for the Broncos because my wife is a Broncos fan. Happy wife, happy life. And, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Weekly Chobo. Next week, not next week, the next show is going to be February 11th, so not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday thereafter at 8 p.m. In the CTL website. Feel free to, a thread will be made soon enough talking about the show, so if you have any thoughts, if you want to be a guest or anything like that, let us know, and we'll be glad to have you. And yeah, we're gonna post the show to we're gonna VOD it up and throw it on YouTube under the Chobo Team League YouTube page, and hopefully it'll get a lot of views. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Hope you had some fun today, and we will see you next time. Take care, all.
GG's.
GG, well played.
Vizon's just not gonna say bye. He hates you all.
Yeah, I don't even like you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, guys.
I think it will be saved.
After this, if anybody wants to play some cheesy team games on StarCraft, hit up cornmuscles.754. Take care.